So, as I was saying, huge schedule last week, this week, monster schedules, a ton of racing, very exciting. Let's see where we're at. On some of the screens, I have the Porsche Super Cup, the iRacing Porsche Super Cup from Watkins Glen, and then just what we have over here. Some of the Goodwood Festival of Speed still going on, so a lot of stuff still going on. A lot of coverage on that. If you have the official Goodwood Festival of Speed YouTube channel, if you haven't gone there, subscribe. Oh, every second of that event has been covered on their YouTube channel. Amazing coverage, amazing content that they've allowed and provided. So that's great. So let's get into it. Big schedule. It's going to take a little bit of time. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to go off on too many tangents. As you know, I do the weekend recap now on Mondays. We'll recap all racing results at that time. And we'll keep everything on track today, I promise. Also going to have some new content as far as the stories of the day based on the interactions on the Twitter stream, on the Flyin18T Twitter stream. So a lot of interactions on a daily basis there as far as comments on articles and conversations I have, and the most heavily discussed topics will be reflected in the top stories of the day. That's a segment that will be coming really soon. So I look forward to sharing that with you. Okay, Saturday, July 13th. Let's get right into it. Blank Pane, like clockwork. You just set your watch to it every week. Boom. The Blank Pane GT WC Europe Round 3 at Zandvoort, Race 1. All right. Awesome. Formula 2 Round 7 at Silverstone. What a surprise. Obviously, we have the F1 race at Silverstone, so this is like the Formula weekend. We're going to have Formula 1 at Silverstone, Formula 2 at Silverstone, and Formula 3 Round 4 at Silverstone. Okay, so all the formulas going on this weekend. The only formula that's not would be Formula E Round 12 at New York City in Brooklyn. Brooklyn in-house. All right, so that's a cool circuit right on the water. That's a race that's close to me, and I would love to go to. Unfortunately, have a conflict and not able to get there. But it's a beautiful setting for a race like that. They had to go through a whole lot of alterations to that part of to where it's at, where the race is located. They had to repave a lot of sections, and just it's a huge undertaking where they decided to kind of plop that that track. So Formula E Round 12 in Brooklyn, New York. GT4 America, Sprint X Round 5. And this is going to be Portland Race 1. It's a time race. It's a 60-minute race. That's going on also on Saturday, July 13th. Let me see what else we have. Indy Lights Round 10, Toronto Race 1. Of course, Indy Lights are going to be there because you have the next day, the regular Indy race. We'll get to that in a second. But the Indy stuff is going to be up in Toronto. So continuing on Saturday, July 13th, Monster NASCAR Cup Round 19, the Quaker State 400 in Kentucky at the Kentucky Speedway. Awesome. Hopefully they have a little bit better weather this weekend than they did last weekend at Daytona. That was kind of frustrating when you have such a big race at a big track, and it's a big weekend, and the place is packed, and then rain just plays pure havoc on the whole weekend. That was a shame. Then we get into, for Saturday, we have the wrap-up of the third practice session for the Formula 1 Grand Prix at Silverstone, and then we get into the qualifying also on Saturday. And then that wraps it up for the Saturday Saturday schedule. Then we move into Sunday, July 14th. We're going to fly right through it again. We're going to get into continuation of the Blancpain at Zandvoort. This is still round 3, but it's race 2, timed minute race, 60-minute race. We get into the Formula 2 round 7 sprint, Formula 3 round 4 sprint, Formula E round 12 again, continuation. This is race number 2. Race 1 is on Saturday, race 2 is on Sunday. GT4 America Sprint X round 5. This is the Portland race number 2, a 60-minute race. Okay, so and then we get into GT4 Europe. We had GT4 America in Portland. GT4 Europe is at Zandvoort. There's 2 60-minute races there on Sunday. Indy Lights continuation. We have round 11, Toronto race number 2, and then we have the big IndyCar race, round 11, the Honda Indy Toronto race. That is on Sunday. Then we get into MXGP, round 13, the MXGP of Asia, which is going to be in Indonesia. Awesome. And then we have the Super Formula, round 4 at Fuji. And then we get into TCR Europe, rounds 7 and 8 at Spielberg, which is the Red Bull Ring. And then, of course, the highlight of Sunday, I guess, for most motorsports fans, is the Formula 1 race, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Whew! That's Sunday. So we have Saturday, Sunday, done. That's a wrap on all that. Let's get into where we can maybe spot some of this. So what we're going to do is take a quick look at, as you know, 2 of my favorite streaming sites. We have MotorTrend On Demand, and we have motorsport.tv. So we'll go to MotorTrend first. The website for that is motortrendondemand.com. And let's see what they have on their live schedule. For Saturday the 13th, they have GT4 European qualifying at Zandvoort. Then we go to Blancpain at Zandvoort, qualifying also. Then we get into the VLN Endurance Series racing at the Nürburgring. That's on Saturday. Nice. And then we have the GT4 European. They get into race 1. So they're covering the qualifying and all racing of GT4. The TCR at Red Bull Ring, also going to be live on MotorTrend. We have the Blancpain race 1 live. Euro Formula race 1 at the Red Bull Ring. Awesome. We have the International GT Open race 1 at the Red Bull Ring. Nice. Lamborghini Super Trofeo. This is on Saturday. Race 1 at Zandvoort on MotorTrend. Big weekend for MotorTrend. I love it. On Sunday, moving into Sunday, we have Lamborghini Super Trofeo race number 2. That's going to be also at Zandvoort. GT4 European Series race 2 at Zandvoort. And then we also have the TCR Euro Series race 2 at the Red Bull Ring. Holy cow. Euro Formula Open race 2 at Red Bull Ring. Blancpain race 2 at Zandvoort. And the International GT Open race 2 at the Red Bull Ring. Holy moly. That's insane. I mean, you could just park in front of MotorTrend all weekend and just watch everything. Flip between that and Formula 1, but Red Bull Ring and Silverstone are the places to be this weekend. And Zandvoort. Wow. All right. Moving into motorsport.tv. We have let me see, Saturday, vintage racing from Hungaroring. That's the Hungaroring Classic. Cool. We have the VLN live racing round 4. This is on Saturday. We have the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series live. That's on Saturday. We have the TCR Europe live racing, so a little redundancy there with them and MotorTrend, also covering TCR at the Red Bull Ring. Formula Regional European Championship, Red Bull Ring race 1. Formula Regional Euro Championship, Rebel Wing. They're also covering race 2. Wow. Italian Formula 4 Championship at the Red Bull Ring. Also the Australian Formula 4 Championship at the Bend, race 4. This is just insane. Super Formula from Fuji. And more vintage and more Australian Formula 4 also on Sunday. I'm reading it twice. I'm not pausing because I can't read. I'm just confirming that I'm looking at all this correct information. It's just a ton of stuff that's being offered. That's just insane. So really exciting. That's really awesome. I know for myself, I definitely want to catch as much as the Formula E from New York as I can. Then we have, for myself, I'll be watching some of the Monster NASCAR Cup, Kentucky, the Quaker State 400. That's on Saturday. That's probably what I'll be watching on Saturday. And Blank Pain, obviously, as I've always mentioned, is on the GT World YouTube channel. So you can always go there. Once again, GT World. Let me see. What else? What else do I got cooking? Sunday, IndyCar. Definitely watch that. Formula One, MXGP. Hopefully the MXGP YouTube channel will have as much coverage as they did for the last race, which was amazing. GT4 America, I know the GT4 America and GT4 Europe racing will also be covered on the GT World YouTube channel. So I know I'm not going to rush to see that because I know that there's going to be a ton of coverage that GT World website, YouTube, is going to be offering, which is nice. Once again, F2, F3, sometimes that pops up on Periscope. Catch it wherever you can. Super Formula from Fuji, can catch that on YouTube. What else? I think that's it. I think that's it for now. But once again, guys, hey, listen, if any questions, comments, suggestions, always hit me up on Twitter at Flyin18T, Flyin, the number 1, the number 8, letter T. That also goes for Periscope, Instagram, and YouTube. But Twitter is the main hangout, so always reach me there. For those on Periscope, I know I did it. I purposely did it early enough today on Friday so I could catch those people across the pond before they go to bed. So, how you guys doing over there? Hope everyone's having a good day. Looking forward to a great racing day tomorrow. Monday will be the race weekend recap. Also going to start including the daily top stories as per my Twitter. So as the stories progress on a daily basis, we'll go over maybe the top 3 stories of the day, have a little chat about it, share some thoughts, get into it a little bit. But looking forward to that. What else? I think that's it. If you like the Flyin18T Global Motorsports shirt, just say thumbs up. But I appreciate everyone joining. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Thanks for popping in, and I'll see you on the flip side. Enjoy the race weekend, and I'll see everybody on Monday. All right, take care.